What do you think of the cannelloni, Tom?
It's good. It's a smart idea because you can produce it pretty easily. I would prefer the sauce actually smoother.
I'm getting like whole almonds, not even crushed or chopped.
I like wet nuts for my ice cream, but warm wet nuts together, not for me.
You know, Grandma had a blender.
Of course she did.
Welcome back. We're kicking up with recipes that raise us. We're here with 8-time James Beard award-winning chef Tom Colicchio. That was a clip from season 22 of the hit show Top Chef. When I say season 22, what comes to mind?
I don't know. It's been such a great ride.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I thought this would last like 3 seasons, 4 seasons.
Did you really?
Or something. Yeah.
22.
I thought maybe like family members would watch it, and it's really just been amazing.
So now you're going to Canada. It's in Canada.
This season, yes.
Kristen is a friend of ours. Gail, so I feel like you all are family, truly, with this show, and it continues to evolve, the relationships and the roles you play. What is your role at this point?
Well,
you see?
head judge, head, you know.
But you're head nurturer, too.
Yeah, you know, that's the way I look at it. I look at it as if I'm mentoring these young kids.
Yeah.
That's my role. Yeah, I'm giving them honest feedback. It's not about the drama.
Yeah.
It's about just giving them honest feedback, and hopefully they'll take some of those lessons and it'll turn them into
Well, look at all the
chefs.
greats that have come out of this series of 22 seasons. It's impressive. Okay, so you got our eggplant here. I wanted to read this quote from your memoir because we were talking before the break of why you cook, and you wrote in the book about your family and crabbing with your grandfather, and it said, that was my family cook, about your grandmom, because it gave us a reason to all sit around and be together.
Yep.
That's what I loved about it. That's why I had to start cooking. I love how it connects us, and once I discovered that knack for it, I could make my family happy by doing it. That's the part I wanted to get to. Making the people you love happy by cooking.
Well, you know, in my office, there's on the wall in big red letters it says "Make people happy," because that's kind of what we do. That's the goal.
that.
That's the goal.
All right, so you've got the eggplant here. You're going to slice
So what
it.
I do is I don't peel it completely. I leave some of the skin on because I think it makes a little extra texture.
Okay.
I don't want too much skin on though because then it gets a little too
Okay,
chewy.
I thought you just did it because it was cute.
Yeah, well, it's cute too.
Okay,
yeah.
it's cute.
And
you
then
have 3 sons.
I do.
30-year-old.
32.
32, 14.
14 and 15.
And 15.
Yeah.
So how is it with my 3 sons?
It's great.
It is?
It's absolutely. My wife's not happy about that. She wanted a girl. Yeah. So we have a puppy that's a.
That's a girl. Okay, that balances out. There's nothing wrong with a dog baby. Okay.
That kind of works.
So you're going to put this in oil?
Yeah, and it looks like there's a lot of oil in here. There is a lot of oil in here, but the eggplant will absorb it really quickly. So fry it in a good amount of oil, and you want to fry it until it's kind of lightly brown on both sides.
So you're going to lightly brown them.
Yeah,
Again, on the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
And then we'll take it out, put it in paper so it drains, and then we start building the eggplant parmesan. So
How often do you recipe
little
test?
sauce.
Because this is fascinating that this is gluten-free. You don't use breadcrumbs, because you told me in the commercial break it dries it out.
I think it dries it out, yeah. I prefer this version much better. Again, I love eggplant, and so this has more eggplant flavor, less breading flavor.
Right.
But I like it a lot.
I'm curious, with your sauce, do you freeze sauce? Because I have
sure.
a kid, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to make sauce fresh. Do you freeze it?
Well, what I do is I sometimes freeze it. I'll freeze whole tomatoes, though.
Oh,
so
you do?
In the garden, at the end of the year, see, here's so what's really messed up is
I was today years old when I learned this. What do you do?
my garden is at peak when I have to run and start shooting Top Chef. 'Cause
Okay.
We shoot in mid-August.
Okay.
And so I'll go and just collect the tomatoes, and I don't have time to jar them, so I'll just put them in the freezer. And then in the winter, when I have time, then I'll jar them.
Is there a trick to freezing them? I'm layering the eggplant now?
Yeah.
All right.
I just put them in plastic. I put them in plastic bags and freeze it.
Just freeze it
because I'm
whole.
going to make sauce, so it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm eating them fresh.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
We were talking before the break when I was plotting to get to your garden on Long Island. You said you have a trick to keep the deer away?
Well, when we first put the garden in, we sprinkled some wolf urine around the garden.
Where did you get wolf urine?
You know.
Like, is that on like Google?
First you got to get a wolf.
You got to get a wolf. So, and see,
You can buy it. You can buy it.
You can buy it.
You can buy it at gardening stores. Yeah.
What I was telling you, like, I have this like herb spray. It's kind of like rosemary.
Yeah.
It's thyme. I have like this. It's like a essence
works.
of all of these
That works
herbs,
too.
and it keeps the deer away. I'm stunned by it. I have not. Now, of course, the deer are watching. Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Tonight we roll. Tonight we roll on our house. Okay, you're layering mozzarella.
So, a little bit of mozzarella, also a mixture of pecorino and Parmesan Reggiano. You know, at home.
What does that mix give you?
This is pecorino is made from sheep's milk, so it's a little sharper.
Yeah.
And then obviously the
And you like the
Parmesan-
mix of that?
Mixture, yes. And when I was a kid, we didn't do Parmesan Reggiano. That was
What
too
did you guys
expensive.
do?
We did pecorino. This
Oh,
is way
really?
too expensive. Yeah.
Well, now they're both pricey, but
Well,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
And about to get pricier.
Pricier, for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dig in while you're finishing up. So another
Yeah, you
layer
go.
of the sauce.
Yeah, you just kind of keep laying it. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, that's good.
Now, when you're Tom Colicchio, does anyone cook for you
You
at
know,
home?
At home, no.
This is delicious. Look at this. All right.
There you go.
If you had a dream meal that you would have someone prepare for you, this is on my list. If I ever cook for you, I'm gonna cook this, but I'm too nervous to cook for you. So.
No, this is easy.
Oh my God.
I was looking for a fork, but I guess I'm not going to find one.
Poor Tom. He said he's looking for a fork. I have both.
I'm going to use my fingers. You're double forking there.
I'm double forking. I've never done that in my entire life. That's how you know. I love this. It is so, the idea that you're not using the bread, that it's gluten-free, but it is so savory.
Yeah.
The eggplant has texture still. So that's the key, not to overcook the
Right.
eggplant.
And then the best thing is make a lot because the following day cold on sandwich, delicious. Absolutely delicious.
It's absolutely heavenly. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good seeing you.
Season 22 of Top Chef airs Thursday nights, 9 Eastern Pacific on Bravo, and you can stream episodes next day on Peacock. Tom's book, Why I Cook, is out now. It is a beautiful combination of his skill as a brilliant chef, but also his heart as a phenomenal human. And guess what? You're all going home with a